Hello and welcome to Lord Fenton Gaming Reviews Resident Evil 2 2019 edition. I'm your host Lord Fenton, and today's full review we're going to find out, is Resident Evil 2 worth it or is it a coaster game? So let's find out, shall we, in each category. Now the very first topic I want to talk about is the graphics and the details in this game. Now the differences from the old 1998 version and this version is, oh my goodness, they did a wonderful job of this game. The cutscenes, even the beard on this guy, the disgusting food he's eating, and best part, you're going to see in a few moments, is a zombie. Yes, they even got great detail in that game. The cutscenes, they did a wonderful job overall in this game, and it's very enjoyable and rewarding. Yes. It rewards you with your in-game cutscenes or actual CGI cutscenes. Yeah, that's very good too. Now let's talk about each character real quick. Leon and Claire, and the details. Now look like Leon got out of a rainstorm. There's water dripping on the jacket. It looks really detailed. It's really good. Leon actually does look good. It reminds you of the old game, but Leon got an upgrade from 1998. That's for sure. So let's talk about Claire next. Oh my goodness, Claire got a great upgrade too. It's awesome. And it pertains more to the original game. You can also have both characters wear different outfits. They look very good in it. Even the enemies in this game, they look great. Despite the fact they look rotting, disgusting, but still, this is Resident Evil after all. Overall, they did a great job with the graphics. Even though I'm playing on the PlayStation 4 version, the PC version had a better overhaul in graphics. So that's it for the graphics department. Let's talk about the next topic. Next up is the characters in the game you get to play as. Oh my goodness, Capcom did a wonderful job of retaining all the original characters from Resident Evil 2. Not only made them great, but they're awesome. So basically, real quick, Leon's a specialist with headshots. He can use pistols, shotguns with deadly accuracies, the Magnum gun, and a nice flamethrower plus any other weapons, which is awesome though. Yes, Leon could get headshots and it's real deadly. I do mean it's seriously deadly and wrong at this point too. Next up is Claire Redfield, Chris Redfield's little sister. Oh my goodness, she is one of the most deadliest characters in Resident Evil. Besides using a pistol, she could also use machine guns, which could rip off zombies' legs, grenade launchers, which is extremely deadly, and the OK Shocker weapon. Other than that, she is real deadly with AoE attacks, and it's awesome. She's great at that too. Next up is the beautiful Ada Wong. You will get her in a certain point in the game. I will not spoil it. She does use a pistol. That's her only weapon. However, she has an EMP device, which she can open up doors, stop fans, and it's really awesome. She's a great character overall, and I love playing her in the story mode, and she's wonderful. I kind of wish my only slight disappointment was she play her a little bit more, but again, this is like the original game, so Capcom did a wonderful job of that. So let's talk about the next one. Next one is Sherry. Yes, the little girl you'll meet in somebody's playthrough. She does not have weapons, however, she does play a great hide-and-seek, which evolves the game into another mechanic, which is, yeah, you could hide and escape from danger instead of fighting it. It's a great alternative overall. I give Capcom bravo for that, for retaining that from the original Resident Evil game. Last but not least, Mercenary Honk. Yes, Mercenary Honk is Leon and Claire rolling the one. He has a shotgun, a machine gun. Yeah, you can know what he does. His playthrough is more of a special mode. You need to absolutely get the true ending in order to play it. And one thing is, his mode is pretty fun. It also makes you think too. What weapon should I use it, and when should I use it, and what type of weapon should I save? Overall, Capcom did a great job of pouring all the characters to, which includes Tofu Man, which unfortunately I didn't get to that part of the video. So that's it for the character portion of the video. Now, next part is survival horror, what it's all about, and the story modes of the game and the difficulties. First of all, survival horror is simple. You only live with ammunition. You need to find them. Yes, you need to find them. Otherwise, if you find some good ammunition, should I use it or should I not use it? That's what this game is all about. It's great. Second part, it's the story modes. There's a path A and B. For instance, you beat Leon's. Well, guess what? You got to do Claire's and Pappy in order to get the true ending, which is a lot of replayability right there. Now, for difficulties, for instance, assisted enemies are easier. You can save at typewriters, and there's auto saves and reload at checkpoints. Standard mode, you do not regen, but it's the same as assisted. However, enemies are tougher. Now, hardcore, you only can save with a typewriter ribbon, folks. That is right. Enemies are much, much tougher, and you're limited with hit pouches to find. Overall, they did a great job of these modes. The last few modes of the game is your character survivors. That's free, by the way, which was great. And the fourth survivor, which includes the Tofu Man mode. Yes, you play Hunk on one mode of that, and if you beat that mode, you get to have access to a Tofu Man, which all he has is nice at this point. Still, overall, they did a great job of that. And, I mean, the difficulty, they did a great job of that, too. I mean, overall, they did a great job of expanding the game so you are not bored after you originally beat it. The next part of the review are foes. Yes, Capcom did a wonderful job of bringing the original foes from the 1998 edition of Resident Evil 2. So, for instance, zombies are your cannon folders. They're not the weakest enemies. However, they cannot be taken out with headshots unless you're Leon or you're really lucky. Now, they did also brought the zombie dogs. They are weak by itself. However, they are dangerous in packs. Yes, they do travel in packs. Yes, so you need to be smart about them. The next up are lickers. They cannot see, however, they have a super sense of smell and hearing. Yes, you make noise, they will pounce on you. If you're quiet like you're going to be seeing in the video in a few moments, you will get by them. They brought that to life in the more modern version of Resident Evil versus the older Resident Evil games. Yeah, I mean, they expanded the layers of that big time, especially with the lickers. I'm proud of Capcom doing that overall. Even later on in the game, you will face plant zombies. Yes, they're not like your normal garden variety of zombies. If they grab you, and if you do have any sub-weapons on you, it's basically game over. However, they are down for a limited amount of time, and that's when you need to bail. And yes, they are weak to fire, and they are also weak with acid too. I mean, they did a great job of this game overall with these enemies there. They even brought the G-monsters. Yes, they're the monsters that could poison you if you're not careful. And it takes a bunch of shots to kill them. You need to be smart with them. You just need to aim for the eye, basically. But still, they did a great job overall of bringing them there. My only slight disappointment, which is tiny, was the poison spires from the original game that didn't make the cut. But still, overall, I love all the cannon folder enemies of this game. So next up is the bosses. Next up, another enemy I want to talk about is a special case, Mr. X. Yes, the Super Tyrant. Oh boy, you cannot kill him. No way. He is very powerful. He will persistently chase after you. More in Leon's mode than Claire's mode, but still, they did a great job of bringing him to life and putting the scare and hurt in the people, which I loved overall and respect. They even brought special event monsters such as the sewer gear that's overgrown. And they modernized it. Before, you had to fight them in the old game and you had to hope you had enough weapons. This time it was a special event once you do get past it, of course. Good luck! Let's talk about the bosses in this last part of the review on foes. Yes, they brought them back to life from the 1998 edition, made them more menacing, such as G Stage 1, which you only have to hit them enough to win. G Stage 2, which you have to use the crane in order to defeat him. However, you need to down him first, and he is much more menacing, as you see in this video. Then G Stage 3, which, by the way, both Claire and Leon faces 1 through 3, and number 3 is a serious business here, folks. They did a great job of that. As for Claire and Leon's final bosses, they are different, such as G Stage 4 right here. Yes, he is a lot more menacing than G Stage 3, the way he looks like. While Leon has to face the Super Tyrant. Yes, you need to put enough damage to him until something happens, which is pretty cool overall. I mean, they did a great job of that. Now, the best part of the game I did with the bosses was if you play Story A and then get the Story B towards the end, that character has to face G Stage 5. Overall, that is pretty awesome. That's retained to the original Resident Evil 2 game, which you get rewarded, definitely an extra boss fight, and it's 1000% worth it. I mean, worth it. Bravo Capcom for bringing these bosses to life, and most definitely the foes, including Mr. X, who's going to get ya. Next up is the story. Oh my goodness, they did a great job of retaining most of the story. They didn't mess with anything real seriously. They did a wonderful job. I mean, for instance, Leon's story, he's a rookie on his first day at Raccoon City Police Department. Unfortunately, he's having a bad rookie day dealing with zombies and more. There's even other characters including, let's see, Claire's next. Then there is Claire Redfield, a college student who came to Raccoon City looking for her older brother. Yeah, she is worried about him big time. Unfortunately, like Leon, she's having a bad day too. And overall, all these characters are there. They did a great job of it. If you never play the game, you're in for a pleasant surprise. You'll love your favorite characters. A lot of people do overall. So let's talk about the next section. Next part of this review are the puzzles. They retain most of the puzzles in the game. However, due to two modes, Run A and Run B, they are different solutions. Yes, for instance, the medallion puzzle, for instance, the lady right here will be different than the other one in Mode A. So let's talk about the next one, the chest plugs. The chest plugs, where you have to solve the chest plugs in the right order. Yes, they are different in Mode A and Mode B of the game. For instance, if you start out with Leon in Mode A, it'll be one way, and then Claire in Mode B will be another way. So keep that in mind. No two puzzle solutions of the same puzzle are the same. Last but not least is the herbicide puzzles. Yes, they're the same from the older game, where you have to mix the herbicide solution around until you get the right amount, until you at least hit that red line. As I said before, these puzzles right here are great because, number one, they are different in either modes. One mode might be easier than the other mode, so keep that in mind. Capcom did a great job of that, so it's not the same puzzle over and over again. Next up is the controls, gameplay, and weapons. First of all, the controls. Yes, over the head aiming. No more tank controls. It's great. Also, the gameplay is you cannot just get headshots with weapons just such as the pistol. No, you gotta be wise. Even with sub-weapons, it's very easy to use. Overall, it's really easy and modernized. Great job on that. So next up is weapons I'm going to really get into. As you saw in the video, both characters start out with a pistol. Different type of pistols, but still. Difference is Leon gets headshots, Claire takes out multiple enemies. Now, for instance, we have the shotgun here too. Yes, they did a great job of retaining the shotgun and the headshot ratio where they explode. Great job on that with Capcom. Now, as for sub-weapons, you can use that to get out of danger. Yes, you get grabbed, and then what happens is pop a sub-weapon such as a knife, a grenade, or flashbang grenades. Results may vary. Even Claire has some great weapons overall to use too. Like I said before, you need to scrounge for bullets. The more better the weapons, you better think, should I save it or not save it? Or should I kneecap this enemy or should I not kneecap this enemy? Well, like Claire, for instance, she can kneecap foes with a machine gun, and it's pretty good. I mean, really good. Then you get like Claire's grenade launcher made in a real sweet spot. She has two kinds, acid and then fire. Also, Leon and Claire later on get their own special ones, which includes the flamethrower for Leon, and for Claire, the shocker, which shocks electricity. and then they get special weapons towards the end of the game. Overall, Capcom did a great job of handling weapons and ammunition, even making it less on higher difficulties. Bravo, Capcom! Last part, what I love about this game is the rewards you get. For instance, Claire right here, she gets her own costumes, a set of costumes you get from the game. That's not paid for, which is great. Even with the free update, you can have the original 1998 Resident Evil look, which is awesome overall. It's very rewarding when you beat the game, and that's awesome. Not only you get rewarded for costumes, you also get rewarded for how fast you beat in the game on certain difficulty modes. For instance, if you've beaten it fast on standard mode, you get this pistol that has unlimited ammo, which is somewhat useful on hard mode. Still, it gives you a nice false sense of security. Also, the character models too you do get for doing a certain task, which is great overall. I mean, you get rewarded for playing this game, and that's awesome. And some of these rewards are worth it, especially the costumes and especially the unlimited ammunition on certain weapons. Now, the next part of my review is what I did not like about this game. Number one, enemies are super cheap. Seriously, they are cheap. For instance, I got lucky with that G monster. Yeah, other than that, he would have grabbed me, and they could also corner you too, which is bad too, especially Mr. X on the stairs. He is extremely cheap. That was my only disappointment, is the cheapness of the games on enemies, and in certain situations, especially when you're in a huge panic. My other problem in the game is the deluxe edition. They got lucky with free music. Other than that, the original classic music is hidden behind a paywall. I was disappointed in that overall. Also, I felt the deluxe edition should have got much more rewards than music and costumes. They could have got something else more special. Still, I want to give you a taste of this music that the regular people like I am missing. So, is Resident Evil 2, the 2019 edition, worth it? So, here's the final verdict. Buy it day one! Despite the fact that the enemies are cheap and the music is behind a paywall unless you're a deluxe edition, lack of some more deluxe edition rewards, this game is totally worth it. Overall, they did a great job of this game. I mean, from the survival horror elements where ammunition is scarce, you need to look for hip pouches. Unless you're on hard mode, then good luck with that. And then the modes are great too, including the story mode A and B. So the puzzles are not the same at all. They are different on each route. The enemies are great to kill too. Even Mr. X is mad respect right there. Overall, they did a great job of this game. Well, that is it for my Resident Evil 2 review. This is Lord Fenton signing off. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.